I'm just trying to teach from the starting onwards. Okay, so it is a Eclipse platform. Okay, so once you try to click on that particular blue color Eclipse logo, it will open like this. Okay, so within the left side, it shows Package Explorer. Right side, it just like a workspace. Okay, so it's just like an empty workspace of Eclipse. Okay, so now I'm trying to create a new Android application. Okay, so if you want to create anything within the Eclipse platform, firstly you can go with file menu. Okay, so like as a normal application, it's just like an IDE. Eclipse is just like a IDE. So a part of Eclipse, we are having IntelliJ, NetBeans, we are having different types of IDEs. But if you want to work with an application, okay, whether it is a mobile application or web application, so majority of people will prefer an Eclipse platform. Eclipse IDE, platform, IDE, everything will be same. Okay, so here I just selected Eclipse for developing an application. Whatever the application, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new Android application. So if you want to create anything new, you just click on File. Okay, you just click on File, click on New. Okay, so here what I am trying to create, anyone just unmute and inform. Here what I am trying to create among all the sub options.
Android application project.
Yes, Karan, very good. So if you want to create anything, you just click on New. So here I am just trying to create a new Android application project. So I just click on Android application project. Okay, so here I'm trying to create a new application. You just verify the dialog box once. Is it visible? New Android application dialog box is visible to everyone?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so here I am trying to create one application. So actually here I am trying to create one new real-time application. Okay, so I think everyone knows recently one something was happened. I think everyone knows related Disha. Okay, here I'm just trying to create a Dishan application. So I just created Disha. See, you just observe before going to give an application name. So here everything was empty, right? Application name, project name, everything was empty. Okay, here once I'm just closing this again, I'm just click on. Okay, see here everything was empty. Here there is no application name, no project name, no package name, everything should be empty, right? See, if I am trying to enter application name, automatically project name and package name, everything was displayed here. See, you just observe. Here I am trying to give the application name as a Disha. Okay, so mostly you can prefer the application name first letter must be capital letter. Okay, it is not a mandatory. Okay, it is not a mandatory. You can observe your applications. Okay, in your I think everyone having smartphone, right? You can observe your applications in your mobile. You are having some applications, for example Netflix, Prime Video, Amazon, Flipkart, YouTube, Telegram, WhatsApp, Gallery, Chrome, like that. You are having several applications in our mobile phones. Okay, you just observe in your application name first letter must be a capital letter. Okay, so because of that reason, whatever the application here I am going to create, I just mention the first letter is a capital letter. It is not a mandatory. You can give a lowercase letter also. Okay, so why? Because majority of application starts with a uppercase letter only. So that's why, that's what I just given like this. Okay, so if I try to enter application name, automatically the project name also be a similar. No need to enter. Automatically it will take project name, application name, everything will be same. Then what is the difference between those two? Why you need to give several both the times? Why? Because whatever the project you are going to create within the Eclipse platform, okay, actually that we are going to call it as a project only. But in Eclipse platform, whatever the project you are going to create, that we are going to call it as a application. Okay, so that's why it will be displayed like this. Application name and project name both are same. In Eclipse, it is going to be considered like an application instead of a project. Okay, but in NetBeans, Eclipse also a IDE. NetBeans also a IDE. If you develop any project within the NetBeans, that we are going to call it as a project, not application. Okay, but in Eclipse, we are going to call it as an application. So that's the reason. Okay. So if you enter application name, automatically the package name also be displayed here. So whatever the application you created here, that will be displayed at the end. Okay. So here you need to give only application name within this particular window. Apart of that, don't give anything here. Okay. So once you given like this, so under minimum required SDK, target is SDK is nothing but software development kit. Everyone knows, right? Software development kit. Compile with theme. So it will display some default configuration, default version. Okay, 2.2 Froyo, Jelly Bean, like that. It will display some default version. Okay. So my suggestion is don't do any changes under the configuration. Okay. So within the configuration, don't do any changes. So you just give the application name within this particular dialog box. That's enough. So once you give an application name, you just click on next. Okay. So once you click on next, immediately it will shows the configuration. Okay. So what type of configuration here you are going to follow? So see, it will display some checkboxes. Okay. So here we are created one workspace. Here my workspace is D drive. I have already explained what is meant by a workspace. Can anybody tell me within the previous session I have already discussed regarding workspace. Can anybody tell me what is the definition of a workspace in Eclipse platform?
Storage place, madam. The projects will be saved in the drive.
Yeah, very good. Yes, simply you can say workspace is nothing but a storage space, like he was mentioned. Okay, storage space. Simply you can say it is a storage. So as a developer, I'm going to create one application. I'm going to design one application. So if I am trying to design any application, so for that I need one storage for store all my data. Okay, that storage we are going to call it as a workspace. In Eclipse platform, that storage we are going to call it as a workspace. Okay, so you can mention whatever the location you require. So here I was mentioned D drive initially. So if you try to open your Eclipse, the first step is it will ask workspace. Okay, you just try it in your laptop. Okay, the first step is it will ask workspace. Okay, then only the platform will be displayed. So in that time I was mentioned my workspace is a D. Okay. So in configuration project window, don't do any changes. Okay. Don't do any changes. You just simply click on next. Okay. So while creating Android application, configure launcher icon dialog box plays a 90% role. Okay. So this particular dialog box plays a 90% role while designing an application in Eclipse platform. So you just concentrate on this particular application only. Okay. So I think everyone having mobile phones nearer to you, right? You just see. For example, here I am considering Flipkart application. So Flipkart has one logo, one blue color background. If you are having mobile phones with you, you just open Flipkart application. You just observe Flipkart logo once. You just observe Flipkart logo once, everyone. If you are having mobile phone with you. So what is the background color of Flipkart application? Ma, what is the background color of Flipkart application? If you are not having Flipkart application in your mobile phone, you just search in the Google. What color it shows at background Flipkart application has? Why? Because
blue color, ma'am.
yeah, blue color, very good. Yes, blue color, very good. And that too, what type of shape it is, whether it is a circle or a square, or it is a no shape, a circle or square. What shape the background has? Is my question understandable to everyone? The Flipkart application has a blue color as a background, right? Okay, that background has what type of shape it is, whether it is a square shape or a circle shape or no shape. It looks like some circle shape, right? Okay, it looks like some circle shape and it has one yellow color icon. Okay, and it has one yellow color icon. Okay, so basing on this configure launcher icon dialog box, here I am going to create that type of icon here. Okay, so here I am going to create that type of icon for my application. So those and all default, predefined. For Flipkart has one icon, Amazon has one icon, like that Play Store has one icon, WhatsApp, Telegram, every application has one own icon. Okay, created by their developers. So like that, for my application, I am going to create my own icon. Okay, so because of that purpose, configure launcher icon dialog box plays a very important role. Okay, so before going to discuss about this particular dialog box, so must and should you need to download some images regarding your application. Okay, so what is the application name I have given earlier? Can anybody tell me what is an application name while creating initially? What I have given initially?
Yeah, ma'am.
Disha, very good. Okay, so my application name is Disha, right? So related to my application name, now I am going to download some images. Okay, then only configure launcher icon dialog box is going to be work. Okay, so now I'm just minimizing this particular Eclipse platform. Okay, once okay, I will show. Wait, I will show. Yeah, so if my screen is visible to everyone now? Yes, it is visible, I think so. Okay, so in Google itself, I'm just searching my application related images. Okay, here I was search images regarding Disha Priyanka Reddy. Why? Because I was given the application name is Disha. So because of that purpose, I have searched the images like this. Okay, so here I'm going to select one of the image among all those. First image I'm going to select. Okay. So I'm going to save this particular image into my desktop. For example, okay, application name is download or otherwise. So in desktop, I'm going to save this particular image. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm just. Okay, so now I have already downloaded one image related to my application onto my desktop. Okay, so I have downloaded Priyanka image. That means initially the downloaded name was download only. Okay, I just replaced with Priyanka. Okay, so within the previous session I have already announced. Okay, so what I have discussed. So if you want to work with an Eclipse platform, the image must and should be what type of format? It will support. What format only it supports Eclipse has?
PNG, ma'am.
Yeah, PNG, very good. Why it supports only PNG instead of apart of remaining? Instead of JPG, JPEG, GAF, like that we are having several image formats. Apart of all those, why it is going to be support only PNG? Is there any specific reason? Or normally? Tell me, ma'am.
Better image quality, ma'am.
Yes, because of better image quality. Okay, compared to PNG, JPG and JPEG has some blurriness. Okay, some noisy will be there. So in order to avoid those two, okay, so application logo must and should be clear. Then only the customers has to be attracted for that application, right? So because of that customer requirement, Google 99% prefers only PNG images for better okay, for better quality. You can see, but in Google, majority of images should be JPG images only. Okay, so if you try to search PNG images within the Google Chrome, it will shows 90% of images only JPG images. Only PNG images 10% will be available. Okay, but Eclipse is only supports, not only supports, if you want to work with an Eclipse platform, definitely you need to, you require some PNG images, but 90% images will be JPG images. What you are going to do, you need to convert the format, JPG format or JPEG format to PNG format. Okay, so whatever the image, it will shows within the Google Chrome, whatever the browser, whether it is a Mozilla, Google Chrome or whatever it is. Okay, so you need to convert the particular image format to PNG image. So how we are going to convert the JPG to PNG image? I think this also everyone knows, but once again I am going to repeat. So you can, firstly you can verify whether the download image is JPG, PNG or JP, what type of image format it will be. First you can check. How we are going to check? You just select that particular image and then right click on that image and click on properties. The properties of that particular image, everything was displayed. See, here the type of file is a JPG file. Actually, this image I was downloaded from the net itself. Okay, here the type of file is JPG file. But instead of JPG file, I need a PNG file. So what you are going to do? You need to convert. Okay, you need to convert simply JPG to PNG file. So you just right click on. If you want to convert JPG to PNG, you just right click on that particular image. Okay, you just right click on that particular image and open with, okay, open with paint. You just try to open that particular image into the paint. Okay, now, so while saving that particular image, okay, while saving that particular image, here it will show save as type, right? It will show save as type. So instead of JPEG, okay, so instead of JPEG, you can select PNG. Okay, so you can select PNG. So here I am going to replace the file name. Instead of Priyanka is just like logo or as an icon. Okay, while save as type, instead of JPG you can give as a PNG and then save. Sorry, I don't know where I have saved, so I forgot to give the location. So in desktop I'm just trying to save this particular image. Yes. So this is the way you are going to convert JPG to PNG. You can see it is a Priyanka is a JPG image. I just deleted that particular one. Okay, see. So the PNG image should be replaced with an icon. You just see the properties whether it is a PNG or a JPG. See, the type of file is a PNG file. So while saving that particular image, you can give the extension is a PNG. Automatically the image will be converted into JPG to PNG. It's a very easy process for converting the image, right? The type of file is a PNG. Now, okay, so the image will be already placed on my desktop. Okay, so now I'm going to the Eclipse platform. Once again, I'm showing the same. Okay, so already I have saved one image from the net itself, right? Okay, so now what I am going to do? See, foreground. It will shows if you want to place any image as an icon in your application for your application. Okay, so it will it shows some attributes. Okay, attribute is nothing but some properties. It shows some attributes. Okay, so firstly you can browse. Okay, suppose if you are not giving any application picture. Okay, if you are not giving any application picture, for example, if you are not giving any icon for your application, so in default it will take a logo for your application. Okay, so if you didn't give any picture for your application, automatically it will take the default Android logo as a application icon. Okay, so that's why it will displace the default Android logos. Okay, so see, you just see here different types of pixel densities are there within the preview. Within the preview, we are having different pixel densities are there. You can see MDPI, HDPI, XHDPI, XX HDPI. Ma, is it visible? The screen is visible to everyone?
Ma'am, hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, I'm having small error in downloading while downloading Android Studios in Eclipse, ma'am.
Ma, if you are having any problem regarding installation of Eclipse, after this particular session, you just post it in the group, ma. I'm going to rectify. Okay. First, first listen the basics. Okay. If you listen the basics, it's very easy to rectify your problem. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
After completion of this particular session, you just post within the group. I will rectify. No issue. Okay, so it is the starting classes, right? I'm just trying to give the basics of an Eclipse platform. Once you got the awareness on Eclipse platform, it is very easy to create an application. Okay, still if anyone having problem regarding the installation part of an Eclipse, you just post it within the group. Okay, I'm going to rectify, no issue. Okay, if you are not giving any icon for an application, automatically it will take an Android logo as your application. See, within the preview, firstly, is my screen visible to everyone? Configure launcher icon dialog box is visible to everyone or not? It is very important. That's why I'm asking frequently.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. See, here we are having different types of previews. While giving any icon, you need to follow those previews. It is very important. MDPI, HDPI, XHDPI and XX HDPI. Okay. So MDPI is nothing but what is the full form of MDPI? So if you know the abbreviation for each and every preview, it is very easy to select the preview. Okay. So MDPI is nothing but, can anybody guess what is meant by MDPI without searching the net? Just guess, basing on icon. Okay, basing on the icon, can anybody guess just what is the abbreviation for a MDPI? All related to icon. Or you just observe basing on here Android logo, you just observe what is the abbreviation for each and every preview.
Based on the heights, ma'am.
Based on the height.
Length,
Okay.
length
Okay.
and the shape.
Okay, length, shape, height, everything was correct. Okay,
Medium
can,
shape, high shape, like that, madam. Medium density pixel.
yeah,
High
very good.
density pixel.
Yes, everyone was correct. Yes, guys,
Based
very
on the
good.
screen resolution, it will select the regarding icon, ma'am.
Yes, based on the resolution, we are going to work with a preview. Yes, very good, wonderful answers given by you. Okay, almost correct, 99% correct. Okay, so here we are, it displays, Eclipse shows 4 previews. See, MDPI, HDPI, XHDPI, XX HDPI. Okay, here I am trying to give the abbreviation for MDPI. So MDPI is nothing but medium density pixel intensity. Okay, so medium density pixel intensity. So that is an abbreviation for MDPI, medium density pixel. That means whatever the icon you are going to select for your application, that image will be displayed, okay, like a medium wise. That is not a big, okay, that is not a small, it should be medium. Okay, so if you want to give your application icon should be medium, you can go with the MDPI. Okay, for example, if you want to display your application icon is somewhat higher, okay, somewhat big in your mobile phone, you can go with HDPI. Okay, H is nothing but DPI is same for all, density pixel intensity. Here M means medium, here H means high. That's the difference. Okay, next, high density pixel intensity. Okay, so if you want to create any mobile application, so all the persons, all the developers can choose only HDPI. Okay, it is not medium, it is not more too big. Okay, so that's why if you want to create any mobile application, you can prefer only HDPI. It is a correct size for mobile application, for mobile icon. Okay, HDPI is the correct size if you want to create any mobile application. Okay, XHDPI is nothing but compared to HDPI, X has no abbreviation here. Simply you are going to call it as a XHDPI. X has no abbreviation. Okay, so compared to HDPI, XHDPI displays somewhat bigger than HDPI. Okay, little bit difference, that's it. Double X HDPI means compared to HDPI twice bigger, double time bigger, that's it. So it is meant by preview. Okay, so you can select whatever the preview you require. Where you are going to select that particular preview, I am going to show. Okay, so within this particular configure launcher icon, you can't select the preview. You are unable to select the preview. We can't have rights to select the preview here. Okay, then where you are going to select the preview, I am going to discuss once configure launcher icon was completed. Okay, everyone got awareness on previews? If you got awareness on previews, you just post it in the chat box. Without communication, if I continuously teaching means it's a waste of time, right? If you get awareness on previews, you just post it within the chat box. Yeah, Banu Sandeep posted. Okay, so I think it is very easy to understood. Okay, so next I will go with the next one. Yeah. Okay, so see, so here I was already downloaded one image that was placed onto my desktop. Okay, here I am going to give that image for my application as a icon. Okay, so here you can select browse image file. So if whatever the image you are going to give your application, you can select browse. You can browse that particular image. So initially I was placed on my desktop, right? That I have given the name called icon. You just select and then open. See, so whatever the image I was selected for my application, that will be displayed here. See, MDPI means medium level, high level, somewhat bigger level, twice bigger than HDPI. So these are the previews it shows like. Okay, so within the image file, it will shows the location where that particular icon will be placed. It will shows that particular location. Okay, so if you want to select any foreground or if you want to select any background, you can select here. Okay, see, one immediately under image file, it will shows foreground scaling, whether it is a cropped image. If you want to zoom that particular image, you can select crop. Okay, or if you want to place your icon within the center, you can select center. Okay, now I want to crop like this. Okay, so actually initially I was discussed Flipkart has one background color that will be blue color, right? Like that, if you want to select any background color for your application icon, initially the default background color is a white color. Okay, the default background color is a white. Okay, so instead of white color, if you want to set any color as a background, you just click on that particular background color. So if you click on background color, automatically it will show some color sigma, some basic color it will shows. Okay, so now I'm going to select one color. Okay, what color I'm going to select as a background? Okay, for example, I'm going to select this particular blue, like as a Flipkart. You just select whatever the color you required as a background. You just select that particular one and click on OK. Okay, and click on OK. And then again you need to set the shape. If you don't want any shape, you just click on none. For example, I need some circle shape. Okay, I need some circle shape for my application icon. See, if you select a shape, then only the background color will be visible. Is it visible to everyone, the background color? It shows some like a blue color shadow. Is it visible, ma? Ma, at least anyone please can respond. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the way you are going to set the background color. So while creating a Flipkart application also, they did the same thing. Not only Flipkart, every application has some background color, you can observe. So gallery has white, gallery application is a predefined application in our mobile phone that has a white background color enclosed with one red color flower. So like that, even though Google Chrome also has white color background and some logo, three colored logo it has. So like that, each and every application has one background color. So every background color will be applied with the same procedure. Okay, so if you want, instead of circle, if you need square, you can click on square. So it will shows like this. So instead of circle, I need only instead of square, I need only circle. So you just click on circle. So this is the way you are going to create an application icon. Whatever the application you created for your application, it will shows the icon like this. Okay, so next, so once if you given the image file, foreground scaling, shape and background color, everything if you given, you just click on next. Okay, you just click on next. So application name, everything you was created, right? So next, so here you are trying to create a new application. Okay, here you are trying to create a new application. So for that, it will show a blank activity. If you want to create a new application, you just click on blank activity. Actually, by default, it will only blank activity only selected. So no need to do any changes, and then click on next. And finally finish. Okay, so this is the way you are going to create a new application. Okay, new application in Eclipse platform. Is it understandable? Okay, so once your application was created, see, I just hide all the data. Once your application was created, whatever the application you created, that application name will be displayed under the package explorer. Okay, so under the package explorer. So what is the application name I have given earlier? Disha. So because of that reason, here it was displayed. So this is my application. Suppose if you are having a number of applications, for example, if you are creating number of applications, so all the applications will be displayed here, left side only. Okay, so it is an application name initially what I have created. Okay, if you are trying to expand this particular application, trying means just greater than symbol, automatically it will shows the entire package explorer. Okay, before going to create an application, firstly you must know what is meant by SRC, what is meant by gen, what is meant by drawable folder, values, manifest, everything you must know before going to create any application within the Eclipse platform. Okay, before going to explain about package explorer, firstly you have to know one important thing within the Eclipse platform. What it is means, so whatever the application you have created, for every application it is going to be generate two files. You can observe here, one is XML file and next one is a Java file. Okay, so whatever the application you have created, so for every application, the Eclipse platform itself is going to be generate two files. Okay, one is XML file and next one is Java file. Okay, so why Eclipse generates two files means XML is used like a front end. Okay, XML is, if you click on XML, it shows the environment like this. Okay, if you click on XML file, the XML file environment will be looks like this. Okay, if you click on Java file, it is an environment for a Java file. Okay, so why it will be created two files means XML is worked like a front end. Okay, so if you want to create any graphical user interface for your application, every application has some graphical user interface, right? Okay, graphical user interface is nothing but, for example, if you're trying to open your Gmail application, okay, so immediately what it will ask, if you are trying to log in into your Gmail account, what it will ask immediately?
Sign in option, ma'am. To
Yeah.
enter the email address.
Yes, definitely if you want to sign in into your Gmail account, it will ask username and password.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, username and password, right? So username has one text box, at the same time password has one text box, and finally under username and password it will show us one sign in. Sign in is what type of user interface it is? Sign in is a, can anybody guess? Sign in is a what type of user interface?
Authentication, ma'am, you mean?
I mean, I'm asking what type of user interface it is. If you click on sign in, some action is going to be performed, right? If you click on sign in, it will log in into your particular account basing on your credentials, right? That means some action is performed. Okay, so if you want to perform some action, what is the user interface you have used for that? It is a basic question. Ma?
Button, ma'am.
Yeah, Tarun, very good. Button. Button. So if you want to perform any action, okay, button is the one and only user interface for performing an action. Okay, within the Gmail account, sign in is a button. Okay, the button name will be replaced with the sign in text. Okay, so here username, password, sign in, those and all we are going to call it as a user interface. Okay, so within the Eclipse platform, if you want to create that type of user interface, everything will be done on XML file like this. So here you need to create, here one white space will be displayed, right? Here one white space. So for your Disha application, you have already created one icon. See that Priyanka image, everything will be displayed here. So whatever the white space it shows, so simply we are going to call it as your mobile screen. The white space we are going to call it as a mobile screen. Okay, so I'm going to explain in detail later. So no need to worry about that. So here you can remember this white space is your mobile screen. See here, it is a signal. At the top blue color it shows is signal, charge, everything it will be displayed. Right? So if you want to perform, if you want to create any graphical user interface, you can go with an XML file. Okay, for example in Gmail, if you click on sign in, automatically your account will be logged in, right? So the particular action will be performed on Java file. Okay, that particular action will be performed on a Java file. So because of those two specific reasons, whatever the application you created within the Eclipse platform, okay, automatically XML and Java file, both the files will be generated. Okay, both the files will be generated. See here, one more important point is, for example, so before continue the session, I'm going to ask one question. For example, I'm hiding all the data. For example, my Eclipse has, okay, so here it has only one application. Whatever the application name, you just forget. Okay, so my Eclipse has one application. For example, you just imagine, okay, you just imagine my Eclipse has 5 applications. Okay, my Eclipse has 5 applications. How many XML files? At the same time, how many Java files it shows?
5 XML files and 5 Java files, madam.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. 5 XML and 5 Java files it shows. Why? Because for each and every application, 1 XML and 1 Java. Like that, 5 applications means totally 5 XML and 5 Java, totally 10 files it shows. So I hope it is clear to everyone, right? 10 files it shows. Okay. So now, so if you want to create any graphical user interface, everything will be done on XML. Java means some particular action will be performed here. Okay, so now, okay, so this is just like a user interface for an Eclipse. Okay, once your application was created, so it shows a user interface like this. Okay, so before going to create, before executing any application, firstly you have to know what is the package explorer. It is very important question while attending an interview also. Okay, for example, if you place in your resume platform interested, within the platform interested, if you keep Eclipse, the first and foremost question they are going to ask interviewer has to ask the important question is, could you please explain Package Explorer in Eclipse platform? So that is a major important question asked in the interview. Okay, so before going to create any application, before going to develop any application within the Eclipse, firstly you have to know what is meant by a Package Explorer. Okay, Package Explorer means whatever the application you have created earlier, that will be placed under the Package Explorer only. Okay, so if you expand that particular application, whatever the application you created, if you expand that particular application, it will shows number of subfolders. Okay, so Package Explorer plays a very important role within the Eclipse. Why? Because without Package Explorer, you can't execute any mobile application. Okay, not only mobile, you can't execute or you can't develop any application. That's what we can say the Package Explorer plays a very important role here. Okay, so here we have number of subfolders. One is SRC, Gen. Okay, here this logo we are going to call it as a subfolder. Okay, if you hide this, for example, I'm just hiding the remaining. See, one is SRC, Gen, Android 4.3, next Assert, Bin, RES. So like that we are having different subfolders here. Okay, so what is meant by SRC? So what is meant by SRC? Can anybody just guess what is meant by SRC? It is a familiar name as a computer science student for everyone. What is meant by an SRC, ma? It is a one of the subdirectory. Okay, one of the subdirectory in Package Explorer. What is meant by SRC? Can anybody just guess?
Source folder.
Source folder.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good, ma'am. SRC is nothing but source folder, source code. Okay. For each and every subfolder, I am going to give only one line definition. Why? Because if you want to remember very easily, instead of giving more number of statements for each and every subfolder, I am just trying to teach only the importance of each and every subfolder. That's enough. Okay. See, the first subdirectory is SRC. So simply you can call it as it is one of the subdirectory under the Package Explorer. Okay, so what is the usage of SRC subdirectory means? It contains all the source code for your application. Okay, so if you want to develop any application, definitely you are going to write some source code. Source code is nothing but instructions, programming instructions. Okay, so all the source code will be stored within the SRC folder only. Okay, SRC folder contains the source code. What is meant by source code means programming instructions. So simply here you can say all the Java related data. Okay, all Java related data will be stored in SRC only. Okay, so next file is, so I don't give more number of data for each and every subfolder. It is very difficult to remember. Okay, so because of that reason, in order to avoid those confusion, I'm just trying to give the usage of each and every subfolder. That's enough. So you can say SRC means it contains the source code for each and every application. That's it. And the next one is Gen. So what is meant by a Gen? So Gen doesn't has any abbreviation. So some of the students thought that it is a maybe general like that. Okay, it doesn't has any abbreviation. Gen is nothing but only Gen. Okay, it's just like a generated Java file. Okay, so basing on Gen subfolder or a subdirectory, we are going to generate Java files. Okay, so within the Eclipse, one Java file plays a very important role, that is R, capital R. So what is meant by a capital R is nothing but Java file. It is a predefined Java file. Okay, so in Eclipse, one predefined Java file is available. The predefined Java file name is capital R. Okay, only R, single letter capital R. Okay, that R plays a very important role. That R Java predefined file will be available under the Gen subdirectory. Okay, predefined Java file is available within the Gen subdirectory only. Okay, so what is the usage of R? everything we are going to discuss later. Okay, and next, one more advantage of Gen file is it is going to be support all the configurations. Okay, so what is meant by a configuration is nothing but if you want to develop mobile application basing on Eclipse, or if you want to develop Kotlin application, Kotlin, if you want to develop Java application, that particular platform related configuration, everything should be provided by Gen subdirectory or Gen subfolder only. Okay, so that is the usage. You just listen carefully. Once the package explorer everything was everything is completed, I'm going to ask some questions related to package explorer. Why? Because without understanding package explorer, I can't move into the next. So that's why once the package explorer explanation is completed, I will ask some questions regarding that. So listen carefully. So Gen folder contains one predefined Java class. The predefined Java class name is capital R. Okay, so that is one of the usage of Gen. And next usage is, so whatever the application you created, so basing on that particular platform, it is going to be provide that configuration also. Okay, platform means, so basing on Eclipse, you can develop Java file, Kotlin applications. Okay, at the same time web application, everything you are going to develop. So the corresponding configuration is also be provided by Gen subdirectory only. Okay, so that is two advantages of Gen subdirectory. And the next one is, actually everyone knows Android 4.3 is nothing but the version. So actually here I just use as 4.3 Android version. Okay. Among all the directories, actually bin and assets we didn't use those two. Assets and bin these two we didn't use within the Eclipse platform. Okay, so among all the subdirectories, the important subdirectory is RES. Okay, the important subdirectory is RES. So what is meant by RES? Can anybody tell me what is meant by RES? For example, I am going to create one application. So for my application, I required some resources, right? Without a resources for us as a human beings, what are the resources for us? Food, clothes, and for staying, right? So these three are the resources as a human. Okay, like that, if you want to develop any application, for your application also it requires some resources, right? So every application, every resource is going to be provided by RES subdirectory only. Okay, RES subdirectory only. Is it understandable? If there is any doubt, you just unmute yourself, okay, and ask your doubt immediately. And my suggestion is don't hesitate to ask the doubts. Why? Because we are having number of sessions for AR and VR. Okay, we are not hurried to take the classes. For myself and Naveen sir, we both the main motto is we need to deliver the content that will be understandable by the students. Okay, that is our main motto. Okay, if you are not unable to follow our deliver, you just unmute yourself and inform quickly. Or otherwise, if you are hesitating to ask the doubt, simply you just post it within the chat box or either in the WhatsApp group. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to verify the WhatsApp group also. If you are not able to give the reply, even though after completion of session, I just look on to that particular group and definitely I will rectify your doubt. Okay. Why? Because nowadays majority of persons will prefer Unity at the same time Android. Actually, you got better opportunity to learn so many things. So my suggestion is don't waste the time. Please try to get as much as knowledge. Okay, basing on that particular course. Okay, so in this particular semester, I didn't give that much of confidence to, I'm trying to teach entire the AR and VR, or otherwise I'm trying to teach entire Unity or Eclipse. Okay, so within this short span of period, at least we are trying, me and myself and Naveen sir, we are trying to give at least 50% of knowledge on that particular subject. Okay, why? Because within this short period of time, it's impossible to give the entire knowledge on that particular course. Okay, so if you learn the basics, at least if you learn the basics, it is very helpful for your future. Okay, so that's why. Okay, anyway, so RES is nothing but resource, which is used for resources. Whatever the application you are going to create for your application, it is going to be provided by the resources basing on RES. Okay, see, so within the earlier I have already discussed previews. While while launching your application icon, I have already discussed some previews: HDPI, LDPI, MDPI, XHDPI, LDPI. So within the previews, LDPI is not there. What is meant by LDPI? Basing on HDPI, MDPI, you can guess what is meant by LDPI is.
Low density pixel intensity.
Low density.
Pixel intensity, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. LDPI means low density pixel intensity. Yes. But in launching icon, LDPI is not there. Okay. But in Eclipse platform, LDPI is there. Simply LDPI is nothing but whatever the application icon you were selected, that will be displayed very small. Okay, very small. So if you want to display your application icon very small, you can go with LDPI preview. Okay, while launching your icon, we are not having privilege, we are not having permission to select preview over there, right? Okay, where you have to select means you can select here. Okay, see, we are having different types of previews here. Here HDPI, LDPI all are acted like a child classes. Child classes, you can remember like this: HDPI, LDPI, and all 5 acted like a child classes. For all child classes, what is the parent class? Drawable. Okay, so here drawable is a parent class. For that parent class, all previews are inherited from drawable parent class only. It is also one of the important point. Okay, so all previews will be inherited from drawable parent class. Okay, so if you want to work with any one of the any one of the preview, must and should we need to access parent class first. Okay, so what is the parent class for all the previews? Drawable only. Okay, I will show you. Okay, no need to worry about that. I will show you. So you can copy your image among all the previews. You can copy your image any one of the preview. Suppose if you copy your image within the MDPI, your application icon will be looks like very medium. Okay, like LDPI means very small, HDPI means very bigger. Somewhat correct pixel density, high density pixel intensity. So like that it shows some resources. Okay, and next one, layout. Okay, and one more important of RES folder is if you want to display any image as a background. Here background is nothing but every mobile has one wallpaper, right? My mobile phone has one wallpaper that is just like a Sai Baba image. God image I have placed as my wallpaper. So like that every mobile phone has one background image, right? I think everyone knows your mobile has what type of background image, you know, right? So if you want to set any image as a background, okay, that facility is also provided by RES only. Okay, so basing on RES folder, you can select background image also. You can set, not select. Okay, you can set background image also for your application. Okay, so again afternoon you are having skilling session. So afternoon you are having skilling session 3:20 to 5, I think so. Okay, so in that particular period I'm going to show how to set background, how to work with an Eclipse, how to create a user interface, everything. Okay, I'm going to show, no need to worry about that. Firstly, I'm going to give the basics, theory part for this session. Okay, if you are aware, if you got awareness on theory, I'm going to show the practical on the skilling session. That means today 3:20 to 5. Okay, so background image is also set by RES folder only. Okay, so these are the importance of RES subdirectory. And the next one is layout. Layout. For example, okay, see, for example, unfortunately, I just closed this XML file. Okay, unfortunately, I just closed this XML file. So you don't know where my XML file is located, but I have already closed by mistake. Okay, unfortunately by mistake I have already closed that XML file. Without XML file, can we create any graphical user interface here? Without XML file, can we create any graphical user interface here? Ma, is it boring? Ma, students,
No, ma'am.
then no one can respond.
Block storage, what I have explained. Anyone can say what is an elastic block storage? So elastic block storage.
Can anybody tell me without XML file, can we create any graphical user interface within the Eclipse platform?
No, ma'am.
No, definitely no. Okay, but here unfortunately I have closed XML file, but I don't know where it is located. Okay, as a fresher, we don't know where it is located, right? Okay, see, if you unfortunately closed XML file, no need to worry about that. Okay, that will be available under the layout subdirectory. Okay, so if you expand the layout, the XML file will be located here. You just click on this, automatically the XML file will be opened. Okay, but here the order is XML, first file will be XML and the second file will be Java. Okay, you just drag like this. Okay, so you can drag like this. Firstly, you can first file goes to XML and second file goes to Java. You can just replace the positions. That's it. Okay, so that's the usage of layout. Okay, if you unfortunately close the XML file, that will be available within the XML file. So like as Java file. So if you close unfortunately Java file, that will be available under SRC. I have already discussed. SRC subdirectory contains all the source code. Source code is nothing but programming instructions. So here programming instructions are available under the Java file. Okay, under the Java file only. So that's why the Java file is available under the SRC subdirectory. See, if you close this particular Java file, that will be available under main activity, under SRC subdirectory. Okay, so that is the usage of SRC also. XML will be available in layout. And next, menus means it is going to be contain different types of menus. You no need to worry. It is not that much important. And next one is value. Value. For example, if you want to work with the strings, okay, strings you have already know. String function, string comparison, string concatenation. Like that, we are having several string functions. Okay, if you want to work with strings, you need to use a subdirectory called values. Okay, if you want to work with strings, must and should, you need to work with the values subdirectory. Okay, so it has several subdirectories. Values is a parent class for remaining values subfolders. Okay, and the one more important point of Eclipse platform is it will support live location also. Okay, for example, as a girl, okay, as a girl, I need some security. Okay, I need some security from the public itself. For example, for me, something was happened. Okay, something was happened. So immediately what I need some protection. Okay, I need some protection. If I click on any application, automatically that application has one facility. So where I present, okay, where I have now. So simply that will send my present location to some particular person. That means the live GPS location also be going to be provided by the Eclipse platform. You can set the live location also. Okay. So you can set GPS system also based on Eclipse platform. So these are the advantages of Eclipse platform. So under the package explorer, you can majorly concentrate on SRC folder, Gen folder, RES folder, and then finally layout and values. Okay, so if it is understandable to everyone, now I'm going to ask some small questions regarding package explorer. Okay, if you know the answer, you just unmute yourself. Okay, and share the answer. So, for example, where the Java at the same time XML files are located. If you by mistakenly close those two files.
Layout folder.
Gen ma'am, in SRC folder.
In SRC folder, what file will be?
Java file.
Java file.
Okay, next.
Layout is the activity, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Okay, three students were responded. Very good. Yes, Java file will be available at SRC. XML file will be available at layout. Okay, and the next one is. Okay, so what is the parent class for all the previews?
HDPI, madam. Drawable HDPI.
Drawable, ma'am.
Yeah, you can say only drawable, ma. Okay, don't say drawable HDPI and all. Drawable is the only answer. Okay, previews LDPI, HDPI, MDPI, all are called as previews. If I ask what is the parent class for all the previews, means simply you can say drawable, like Sai Tarun told. Okay, Sai Tarun, very good, and Bhanusandeep, you too. And next one, what is the correct icon size, correct icon preview for mobile applications?
PNG, ma'am.
You just listen that question carefully, ma. What is the correct icon size for mobile application? I'm asking the correct preview size for mobile applications.
HDPI, ma'am.
Yes, very good. HDPI. Harsha, very good. Chandra, Harsha. Next. Next, if you want to set any background image for your application, so what is the subdirectory you are going to prefer?
Okay.
Is my question understandable? If you want to, okay.
Ma'am,
If you,
repeat again, ma'am.
okay. So if you want to set any image as a background, okay. So what is the subdirectory you are going to prefer under the package explorer?
App icon will keep for like we will have two layers, ma'am. For keeping the background, where we will keep that, ma'am?
That's and all okay, ma. I'm asking.
Assets, ma'am.
I have already told you, right? Once the package explorer explanation was completed, I'm going to ask the questions. Okay, whatever the questions I have asked now, everything related to package explorer only. Okay, so package explorer has several subdirectories like SRC, Gen, like that. Okay, so among all the subdirectories, which subdirectory is used for setting the background image for your application? That's the question I have.
RES, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Yes, RES subdirectory. Basing on RES subdirectory, we are going to set the background image, right? Okay, and next. Okay, if you want to work with strings.
Values, madam.
Values, ma'am.
Values.
Inside values will have strings.xml file, ma'am. There we can
Yeah, okay, very good, Tarun. Yeah,
We can also give GPS system, madam.
yes, we can also give GPS system also. Yeah, very good, Sai, Tarun, Banu Sandeep, and Harsha. Yes, so I hope the Eclipse platform is understandable to each and everyone, right? If it is understandable, okay, so I'm going to show the practical at the skilling session. That means 322.5. Okay, if it is understandable, you just leave out Amma. Naveen sir.
Students, all of you, please respond your attendance. I will give you the link. Okay. Please check the chat box. I have given the link. Reme, madam.
Sir.
That's it, madam. We can wind up. I mean, after they completing the attendance, we can wind up the session.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Also, students, I will intimate you when do you need to upload in LMS. So far, we got an information that nobody should upload anything in LMS. Okay, so I will intimate you when do you need to upload and all that details I will send you later. Now you do everything, listen classes, you complete your works and keep the file with you. When I am supposed to do that, every details I will send you later. Okay.
Okay, students, you just follow whatever the instruction Naveen sir gave now. And again, you are having skilling session at 3:22.5. Okay, you can join at 3:22.5 session and don't miss the session 2. Okay, so in that particular skilling session, I'm going to show the practical, how we are going to work with an Eclipse platform and how to create a user interface. So everything I'm going to show. Okay. Okay, students, thank you. You may leave once the form was filled.
All
Madam,
of you, please
1 minute,
answer
madam.
your attendance. Okay.
Oh,
Students.
Madam,
yeah, tell me, ma'am.
madam, when I opened the Eclipse, here it first asked launch workspace, madam. I clicked on it, and then it is showing workbench like that list of options, madam. There, what I should click, madam?
Actually, at last, at the end of dialog box, what it shows, cancel, save, any options will be. Is there any options?
1 minute, madam. It is opening. 1 minute, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Banu, if
Madam,
you
for
are having,
first time launching, it goes to some home page, madam, where it shows some instructions like documentation, all those things will be shown, madam.
Ma, I have already shown one video also. Okay, you just follow the same procedure, whatever it shows.
Ma'am, actually we need to install the ADT tool, ma'am. Otherwise, we can't use Android in the Eclipse, ma'am. We need to configure that. Yes, madam. It is not showing in new option. It is not showing Android, madam.
Yes, madam. It is not showing Android application project. Instead, it is showing you enterprise project, dynamic web project. Like that, it is showing, madam.
Ma'am, actually we need to configure the Eclipse, ma'am. Then it will show.
Okay, actually, you have already worked within your previous semesters also. Somebody told, right? Enterprise programming we have already done,
Yes,
ma'am.
madam. We use
Basing
Java
on.
Enterprise Edition. Where it
Okay.
has a web application inbuilt, madam, in Eclipse only, but in Android it is not showing Android option there, madam.
Yes, madam. It is not showing.
Okay.
I checked
Okay.
Ma'am, I
but
have a
even
suggestion, ma'am. In YouTube, I see one video, ma'am. In that, they entered Eclipse and they downloaded Android Studios in the Eclipse, ma'am.
ma'am,
Okay.
actually we need
Okay,
to
that
install
video
the
link I'm
ADT
going
tool.
to share within the. Okay, now that video link I'm going to share within the WhatsApp. Okay, you just verify within that particular YouTube description, is he mentioned anything regarding Eclipse software? Okay, if he is not mentioned anything, you just inform me. I'm going to think on another alternative. Okay, so
Ma'am,
whatever. Yeah, ma'am, tell me.
ma'am, is it okay if I use Android Studio for this course, ma'am?
Actually, my suggestion is instead of Android Studio, Eclipse is better than that. So,
Ma'am, actually I have somewhat experience in Android Studio, ma'am. I haven't developed any apps in using Eclipse.
okay, ma. I mean, why I go with Eclipse means nowadays MNCs, all MNC companies will prefer only Eclipse instead of Android Studio. So
Ma'am,
that's why I have suggested frequently Eclipse because of that reason only.
okay, ma'am. But starting onwards, okay, ma'am. Is it okay if I use the Android Studio, ma'am?
Yeah, it's okay for me, no problem. But my suggestion is MNC is using that Eclipse platform, so that's why I just prefer Eclipse.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
If you are not able to install Eclipse still in your laptop, okay, I just think another alternative. Okay, so before going to start the skilling session, I'm just posting the alternative discussion also in WhatsApp group. Okay, no need to worry about installation part of Eclipse.
Sai Tarun, if you want to follow in Android Studio, you can, no problem. But we prefer Eclipse. That is what Madam is suggesting. Is it clear to you?
Yeah, in our course syllabus also we mentioned.
Even though if you use Eclipse or Android Studio, both having the same features. I mean, the Android program will be same only. It seems same, but Eclipse is little bit advanced, and we can edit few more things. That is what Madam is suggesting.
Yes.
Clear for you all?
Yes, exactly. Whatever Naveen said, that was correct only.
But Sai Tarun, if you want to go through with that, you can continue that. Anyway, programs, everything, it will be same.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can. But make sure in your system you have this Eclipse also, because the outputs, I mean, all the lab workbook output should be same. Like it should not be in Android Studio. Better you keep screenshot in Eclipse. That is what we prefer. But you can practice in Android Studio, no problem, no issues.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, if you are still unable to install Eclipse into your laptop, you just go with some of the YouTube videos. Okay, as a third year students, you must know how to install a particular software, right? Okay, suppose still if you are not able to install, you just inform to me. I'm just trying to think another alternative. Okay.
And also, if you have any students have know the solution of whatever issues, whatever solution, if you know, means you can share in our group. Okay, so feel free to share all those videos, whatever it is. So if anybody have came the same issue, and if you solved that, means you can post it, no problem. All right. And one more thing, all of you submit your attendance before leaving the session, and that's it. Madam, shall I close?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All of you, please submit your attendance, okay? The next class is 3:20. Same general channel. We will conduct skilling class. So, Madam will continue that by 3:20. All of you attend. Okay.
Okay, sir. I am leaving the session, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I will be here another 5 minutes because.
Okay, sir.
Some students have not done attendance. So I am waiting for.
Okay, sir. I am leaving, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.